Hello guys, this is Toby James here, and I'm here to talk to you about the first 3 episodes of Beyblade Burst GT, and it did not disappoint. Now before I begin this video, please like and subscribe this video. Now let's get right into it. The first 3 episodes of GT were somewhat short, but didn't completely disappoint. Now in the first 3 episodes of GT, what we saw was Drum getting his new Beyblade, going against Vault very briefly. We saw the new Wizard Fafnir in the latest episode, episode 3, with his owner, Fumiya, who was actually rumored to be his owner for a while, and of course, the creators didn't disappoint, except for the fact that the owner isn't free. But we won't really get into that, and I'll save that for another video. We also saw a very good chunk of the owner of Bushin Ashura, and he's fairly strong. We saw him in the first episode going against Drum. We saw a full battle, and he actually did win. And then they went in a rematch in which he lost. But overall, he actually has more wins against Drum, I believe. So that's something. His Beyblade in real life, it's alright. It doesn't completely live up to what they showed in the anime, but they never really do. It's a really good buy, though. But I would always suggest buying Ace Dragon over him. So what we saw in the first episode was Drum he was in BC Seoul, I believe. Then he traveled to Japan to be with his uncle because his parents had to do a trip to do with their job. And it was such short notice that they had to ship him to Japan. And there, he actually went to a Beyblade festival. Now, during this Beyblade festival, what we saw was Vault has actually grown to be somewhat of a celebrity. And he's basically what Louis was about 2 years ago. He was the top blader, and that brings up the question. Between Super Z and GT, did Vault get his title back? Now, that question may be answered later on down the line, but of course we all know that Drum is going to take that title back. But it's going to be nice to see how strong Vault has gotten over these years. Speaking of Vault, in the very early stages of the episode, we see Drum using his Air Knight, the recolored version, which is actually available for order online, go against Vault. Vault was using the new Slash Valkyrie, in which we saw the reveal of the new Forge Disc gimmicks. Now, I'm not really sure what Valkyrie's Forge Disc does, but I do know that the flaps on the end, the 3 flaps on the end, actually come out, and I'm not sure if it makes it faster, but whatever it did, it allowed Valkyrie to end Drum with a 1-hit burst. So that was awesome. Also, he got his Ace Dragon afterwards, facing the owner of Bushin Ashura, winning the first round. Now, these episodes are only 12 minutes long, so the episode ended there, leaving us on kind of a cliffhanger. In the next episode, the battle is continued, where we actually see the reveal of the Bushin Ashura's owners, his Forge Disc gimmick, which allows the Beyblade attacking it to slide off and do less damage. And this actually caused Drum's Beyblade to slide across the Forge Disc and actually burst itself against the side of the stadium, which I just thought was awesome. Now, of course, knowing Drum, he cannot just take a loss. He had to get his revenge. So later on in the episode, he absolutely destroyed the owner of Bushin Ashura with I believe it was a burst finish. So that shows that he still hasn't lost anything, and the win at the beginning of the first battle was not a fluke. Now, the third episode. Arguably the best episode. I just recently watched it, and I think it's the best episode because we finally get the overpowered character that we wait for in every season. In Season 1, it was Louis. Season 2, it was Shu, or Red Eye, or whatever you want to call him. Or possibly, arguably Free. In Season 3, it was Fi. And it looks like in the first arc of Beyblade Burst Gachi, it's gonna be Fumiya. So, what Fumiya did was actually pretty epic. Fumiya put down his Beyblade, which is a left-spinning Beyblade, so it can spin steel, and didn't launch it, didn't even hand-spin it, just put it right there. Now, I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know exactly what Drum was saying, but I believe Drum was a little confused based on his facial expressions. So then Fumiya, I assume, explained to him the rules, that he should just launch it, and you kind of saw the people in the background kind of chuckling, like as if they knew what was going to happen. And as they thought, Drum launched his Beyblade, set Fumiya's Beyblade Wizard Fafnir spinning, and eventually ran out of stamina. Now, Drum is a lot like Vault, so after this loss, he actually was kind of excited, and I believe he wanted to do another match, but of course, the hot-headed owner of Bushi and Ashura had to intervene and tried to verse him in a battle. He did not just lose, he was knocked out of the stadium, which is actually kind of impressive because I thought he was going to get burst. So that's basically what happened in the first 3 episodes of Beyblade Burst Gotchi. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll give you an update in future episodes about the future of Beyblade Burst Gotchi. See you next time.